support, and I'm going to turn it over to you to say a few words.
So, Anin, Bojo, Dejnakaz, Rodney, Curve Lake, Donjaba, Raven, Dodem. So my name's Rodney Smith-Merkley, and I'm a co-keeper of the Bobcaygeon Truth and Reconciliation community. And for me, that's been a journey. I'm a United Church minister. Started out in Heiltsuk territory in BC, and that's when awareness of residential schools really hit me hard, and I think changed the direction of my life. And so coming to Bobcaygeon, where me and my family live and served for a number of years, it's been great to connect with others. And I'll just in a moment kind of go around the circle, Anishinaabe direction, and the other members of the Truth and Reconciliation community can introduce themselves too. But in the last couple of years, I've shifted over. I'm minister now at Curve Lake United Church, and continue my learning journey. And it's wonderful to partner with the city on this initiative and for hosting, these stones. And maybe others in the group will say a little bit more about their connection to these stones. So we'll go over to Pam.
Hi, I'm Pam Kukabucker, and I used to teach at IU Weldon Secondary School. I taught your son. Yes, Liam. I was a biology teacher there, and I also was part of a group called Drummers in Action, and we were a group of students and a few teachers, and we drummed together to learn about things like this. So I've just retired, and I became part of the Truth and Reconciliation community quite recently. And one of the first things we did was the stones, and there's happened just after the 215 children were announced. The unmarked graves were found, and we wanted to do something, and we wanted to do something that could withstand the weather, so we ended up with stones, and then it just grew from there, and we had over 50 people help us paint them. Some of my former students came to my house and helped paint, and they're very special, and we've taken them to Fenland, we've had them in Bobcaygeon a few times, and now they're here, and this is such a beautiful display for them. We love that you created these steps for us to put the stones on, because they're just displayed so nicely, and I'm glad they're here, because there's a lot of people in Lindsay that I know will come, and they impact people. People see them, and they can feel differently, and they can feel that they want to do something. So thank you for having them here. We're very grateful, and thank you for everyone who came out. It's important.
My name's Ann Davidson, and I'm living near Bobcaygeon and also part of the Truth and Reconciliation community. And part of painting these stones, I found it quite an emotional experience, just remembering that every single stone represented a life that didn't make it and that we lost out on because they didn't make it. So it's really been quite impactful having them. And when they were in Bobcaygeon too, when we were there at the stone wall, people would come by and just start talking about it. It opened up a lot of really interesting conversations about it. So I appreciate them being here, and I appreciate all you people being here as well. Thank you.
Dejnaka, Sherry Hillman, Donjaba, Bass Lake, near Bobcaygeon. And I'm a founding member of Truth and Reconciliation Bobcaygeon, which was formed in 2005, I believe, around 15. Coincidentally, at the same time the Truth and Reconciliation final report was being released, but it was really in response to a backlash around the harvesting of Monoman, and that's been central to our work since then. But we've also done a lot of work over the years around residential school. You're all wearing the t-shirts that Freddie Taylor did, and he's the artist in residence at the Waitung Gallery at Curve Lake, and also a residential school survivor. So we've had Freddie come and do talks in the circle with residents in Bobcaygeon. And you may not have seen yet our quilt, which is apparently right next door, and it tells the story of Truth and Reconciliation Bobcaygeon through the squares that each of us did. So I encourage you to go over and see that, and it's got the same very cool QR code that will take you right to the story of it. So with that, I'll pass it on to Brenda. And Miigwech for doing this and helping raise awareness in the community and everybody being here today.
Miigwech. And Dijnika Brenda Wall. I've retired to this area, beautiful area, 6 years ago, about the time that TRC Bobcaygeon was formed, and very proud member and very grateful for what you are doing here in Lindsay and in the city of Kawartha Lakes around the stories that have not been told of residential schools and what happened to Indigenous people over this genocidal history of ours. And yes, we went to the jail this morning and noticed there were children, who were incarcerated, and wondering, looking at some of the names, that they were Indigenous children incarcerated in the jail. So it's kind of full circle, and just miigwech for what you are doing here in the city of Kawartha Lakes, and look forward to continuing work with you in the future. Miigwech.
Hello, I'm Sandy McMullen, and I'm proudly the web person and social media person. So if you ever have anything that you want to, say, look at what we're doing, I'm glad to share. And in that light, it's so exciting to see the stones and other work that we're doing, reaching further and further into the community. Ann Taylor from Curve Lake First Nation opened the original show in Bobcaygeon in saying that action, it's nice to have good feelings, but action's what's needed. And on the QR code that leads to our pamphlet, there are a number of actions. People want to do something, and so we're excited to facilitate that through the website by giving people some action items that they can take. So thank you for this action, and we're excited to see what's next. Thank you.
Cool. We're good? We're good. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you on behalf of all of us for allowing us to be a part of this, because it is important. We got some stories to tell. We're turning that corner, and all we can do at this point is move forward and